And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Koi Place Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your first and last for the month of November, right? And as Halloween is coming up, and also we're changing, definitely changing the seasons of what it feels like outside. Also changing the months, changing our patterns, and hopefully change our energies around it. And the first and last is a silent reading that I do, where Ace is on top, 10's on the bottom, and we examine what's new and what are we coming to conclusions with. So at the top, we have water, earth, fire, and air, matching their elements respectively. Water, emotional fulfillment, what does that give to us? Earth, tangible new opportunity. Fire, what ignites us, what drives us. And air, challenges and discernment. So what is new here? At least at your top, right? It could be new opportunities, new fulfillment, new insights. And at the 10s at the bottom, hey, culminations, endings, and conclusions. Sometimes good, sometimes it is what it is, right? So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. I know at times, especially when it gets tough, we can have a tendency to withdraw when in fact we should be sitting there even firmer, right? Lock in. And just for what it's worth, I, as your tarot card reader, would never purposely misguide you. That ain't what I do here. So follow along with me today, Aries. And in your first and last for the month of November, let's see what the cards say. Starting with your Ace of Cups. So what's the cards that we need to see, please? Wow. That was quick. For Aries in their first and last, flew out was the Ace of Pentacles. So I thought we were just going to be examining that, but hey, something seems like a new opportunity for you. So what's the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Cups for Aries in their read today? And I know it's early in the morning on my end. Trust me, I'm still waking up and acclimating as well. But yeah, that just flew out. Like I didn't even start shuffling yet. So we'll see. What couples with that Ace of Pentacles? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. A long-term investment. How so? Ace of Cups. And so the opportunities we want to invest ourselves in, we actually feel ready and prepared to do so. I'm looking at Aries who we're saying, okay, I may have tried this before, I may have failed in the past. I may have looked at this and tried to contemplate it. Now I'm just ready to do. We're ready to do the thing, right? Very many repeats over here, but even so, I like that for you because you finally feel comfortable with pursuing this and fulfillment. This is what we're doing. Maybe you had some test trials before, you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. And now you're like, okay. You see how there's a level of comfortability and a level of elevation there where when you say, I know that I'm good at something versus I am that thing. I embody that thing now. And for the Aries I'm looking at, even in your own base fulfillment, we're saying, hey, if I ain't gonna do it, who else will? Right? You're actually embodying that to your fullest. Is now becoming a part of your core belief, your identity. Okay? To the Ace of Pentacles, show the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ace of Pentacles in this reading. What of the new opportunity in particular? So we feel enthralled by it. What more do we need to know of it? So what's the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in this reading? To the Ace of Pentacles, we see Temperance, card Sagittarius. Yeah, like I was saying, this took time in order to actually get it right. So good. I'm glad that we got that out of the way because we're saying that, yeah, I may have tried it before and kind of pedaled back. I may have, okay, I think I'm ready now, but it felt like I was forcing myself. No, here it's like, yeah, I am ready, like without a shadow of a doubt. Next, Five of Pentacles. And what comes with that Five of Pentacles? Six of Cups. Okay. Well, now we may have another person on the board. Okay. We're seeing an Aries who I'm still reading an opportunity of the self, right? And that is distinctly separate from whoever this person is. The Six of Cups means to you. Six of Cups, long story short, means soul bond or the uniqueness of a relational dynamic that cannot be replicated, right? Putting that with Temperance and the Five of Pentacles. Fives are always cards of challenge, potentially conflict. Here, the notion of being left behind and the notion that things can't heal. So, on one hand, because I'm still getting the idea you're pursuing a passion project that's very much here. There's also the energy here of an Aries who's saying, I can fix things with somebody. I'm not going to shy away from it. I feel like I'm ready now. It took a very long time to get there. I hope that they're on the same page about this, but nonetheless, I can say I'm comfortable with myself now in regards to this. Okay, I can get that. Ace of Wands. Reveal the Ace of Wands upon this read for Aries. What do we need to see, please, for the Ace of Wands for Aries in this read today? Ooh, nice. However, can't take it because it didn't fall to the board. So the cards that we need to see, please, upon that Ace of Wands within this read. What drives our fire? So to the Ace of Wands, the Tower. Okay, well, wonder how that comes crashing in. How so? Ace of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Is all our effort actually worth it? Well, it's going to be revealed to us in a very short time. The reason I'm saying this, Aries, is because upon that Ace of Wands, that's your home element of fire, right? We have the driving of your spirit, what's really pushing us, what's really igniting our flame here. Over here, we said, especially when it comes to this connection, because I think it's tied to that Six of Cups there, saying, yeah, I know my truth, but will that be the truth, right? There's a question of, with that Nine of Wands, how much effort I put in the time to be okay with myself around this. Will it come crashing and burning? Or, what's going to happen here? And that Tower, offsetting all of those, well, I mean, you're going to find out very abundantly quickly. And with that Ace of Swords, yes, that will also be your truth. Whatever you're going to find out, ask for and you shall receive. I think that regardless, it doesn't necessarily matter what this person's reaction to your idea of maybe fixing things or reconciliation between you two. It's more of, am I okay now with all of this, regardless of the outcome? To the Ace of Swords, reveal the Ace of Swords upon this read. What defines the Ace of Swords in Aries' journey today? To the Ace of Swords, we see, okay, I like that. The world, the one above all, the highest, even of all the major arcana. And what are the cycles closing? The Nine of Cups, the offering of the self in the most genuine way, the Three of Wands. Okay, let's tell them how we feel. So, okay, I'm smiling from ear to ear, but please understand why. The world. One cycle is definitely over. The cycle of pain, or can I get it right? We're coming to soft conclusions about the situation, but also with ourselves. So I'm seeing an Aries who finally has been kind to themselves. Congratulations. As an Aries myself, we're not really known for being the most gentle when it comes to issues of conflict. I can say that firsthand, not simply because of my alignment, but also because literally our placement within the zodiac and the star system. More on that when you see the Learn With Me videos. Go check them out. But the notion that I'm okay now, I'm okay with this, and I'm ready to start something new. So that Nine of Cups in my truth, you know what, after I've come to the conclusion of whatever I did, I'm ready to pursue this and offer my most emotionally vulnerable self. I actually anticipate that on the horizon, even if it gets shot down, or maybe it might be taken up. Who knows? But we're okay with that. And we want to see something new happen. Underneath it all, the Eight of Cups, the notion of walking away. I wonder if it means walking away from whatever this dynamic with this person is, or walking away and transforming it within ourselves. We'll see when we get to the bottom, because again, this is just emotional openings at the top. Okay, makes sense. To the Ten of Cups, define harmony and synchronization for Aries in their reading, first and last in November. What are the cards we need to see, please, for Aries in their read today? If you see me wince sometimes, I had a back injury recently, and I am in the process of recovery. Not major, not enough like a break or anything, but that doesn't mean that it's a-okay right now. So those cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ten of Cups in this reading. Okay. Page of Swords. We're willing to see how things pan out. Why Page of Cups? And keeping a base level happiness, not simply optimism, but the notion that, you know what, I could be okay with whatever happens. Five of Pentacles. And the notion of being left behind, whatever will happen in this situation, even if it doesn't pan out in the way that I wanted to, if it came to reconciliation with a person, Aries, because I'm still tying it back to this one. But we'll talk about the career notion as well, because that's also coming up here. We're okay with, even if it doesn't pan out in the way that I wanted it to, I could say I tried. I could say it was worth it because I was okay with me while I did it. I didn't try to force anything. Now, to the notion of whatever passion project we're pursuing, you know, over time, it may have failed. In fact, it may have failed multiple times. I'm looking at that Five of Pentacles as a notion of not simply being left behind, but also the drawing of like poverty, or the notion that, hey, we just can't get this right. Now we're looking at it with a different lens and saying, I want to learn from it. I'm at this very particular junction right now where I'm trying again to make this work out. What lessons do I need to learn to actually make that happen? To the Ten of Pentacles, what is the Tree of Life? What foundation are we trying to learn, trying to establish, and trying to make go forward? Reveal the Ten of Pentacles for Aries in your read today. To that Ten of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Whenever I move forward, I'm ready for a long-term investment with. I put the pieces in order. Everything seems like it's set. I actually did the legwork of making sure that everything was right this time. Go for it. Ten of Pentacles again. Yeah, the foundation of the rest of my life, because I'm going to be okay with it. Now, when it comes to this Six of Cups situation, I'm going to be okay with how the outcome looks. Even if it's not the version I like, I can understand why it happened that way. I'm okay with me. When it comes to whatever creative endeavor we're on, hey, maybe I'm given this opportunity for a reason. Time to pursue it. Three of Cups, the notion of reunion. Drawing to that Six of Cups, three being the half of six. Yeah. Again, the only reason I keep on bringing up that creative endeavor is because that still holds a strong element here in this read, regardless that it's separate from whoever this person is. I want to make that very clear, Aries. But we're actually okay with the notion of reuniting with this person now. How that will play out, not entirely sure. But we are saying this is worth it to us. Let's pursue that. Okay? To the Ten of Wands, what are the burdens that we carry, the things we find worth it, the sticks that light the pathway? Show the cards that we need to see, please, upon the Ten of Wands and Aries' read. Home element of fire. Queen of Wands. Okay. Learning how to embrace this properly. Okay. The Magician, the power of manifestation. In what way? Justice, card of Libra. Whatever will be, shall be. And whatever will be there will be right for me. The soft acceptance. Sometimes I get a feeling that at one point this was a very belligerent and almost angry thing to try to come to a conclusion with Aries. But I'm seeing somebody who's saying, you know what? Instead of just saying in the abstract, I'll be okay with this. No, we're actually finally come to conclusions within ourselves in terms of whatever happened in regards to the Six of Cups connection over here, and saying it's going to balance out in the way that it should. Will it necessarily balance out in the way that I want it to? Yeah, who knows? But at least I'm optimistic enough to try. The Magician. Otherwise, I would not see worth in trying to bring this back into my life. That's fair. I can understand why. To the Ten of Swords. What if sharp conclusions and painful endings? What we need to see. And by painful, I don't necessarily mean, bad. What I mean here, Aries, is that it can be incredibly tough, but it doesn't change our truth. 10 Swords, leading to rebirth. Show the cards I need to see upon 10 Swords misery. The Moon. Some things that we do not understand, others we're just going to be okay with. But regardless, we're going to try to unearth what we can and try to make knowledge and sense out of what we experience. Okay? Three of Pentacles. Regardless, if we were better off as friends, let that be that. If we were meant to be more, I will see. But this is a workable dynamic. I don't hate you. Whoever the Six of Cups is to you, Aries, I do not hate you. And that's a good place to come from, because that shows actual acceptance instead of the delaying of what you actually think. Queen of Cups. The wanting to offer deeper. Here, the emotional investment, very much one of intimacy and romance. There are things I don't even understand within myself in regards to how I feel about this dynamic, but it's also worth me trying still. Again, I don't have to have all the answers. I just have to have my own. Underneath it all, the Fool, the power of new beginnings. Are we walking away from this or walking away from what we were? The only reason I say that, Aries, is because we have the Fool and the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups represents the personal choice to abandon or leave behind. Instead of the Five of Pentacles, which showed up twice in your read, boom, boom, that represents you were left behind. You see how those two things are different? The Fool here now represents, okay, a new beginning is starting. Which way it goes? Not entirely sure. That's for you to define. Lastly, first, let's define the major arcana strewn across the table for Aries in their read. We first look to Temperance, the card of Sagittarius, upon the Ace of Pentacles. What about things that change with time? When we let time heal, or go through the effort of what time can provide us to heal? Because again, just saying that time fits everything, that's a very passive notion. What is the notion here that Temperance serves? That when we can allow things to take their course, what can we learn? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. We start here with Temperance, the card of Sagittarius. Ace of Wands. When we get over the notion of, and we have water, earth, fire, and air. Yay! We have your base aces of each element all across the aces in the read. I like that for you. When we can say within that we're okay with how things are right now, that instead of trying to make conflict where there may not be any, or trying to take things out on ourselves for what we could have done better, we can actually realize, no, I feel for this. I do want this. And I don't have to hide it. I don't have to be ashamed of it. I have to understand it. The biggest task here is being understanding. Okay? So when we test that with time, what will our patience rend? To the Tower, King of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to see, again, beyond wanting for this, is this actually the right investment? So whoever we plan on reuniting with, they're going to show us, is this actually worth it? We get a moment of clarity, very abundantly and very straightforward, to the World. Queen of Swords. The cycle will come to its conclusion. With all of this truth, all this emotional well-being, and then finally saying, hey, something's got to give here. We're either starting something new with this person or we're walking away. In terms of the creative endeavor, we're letting go of what went wrong and trying to do what can go right. There we go. Let's look at the Magician. Okay. Here, the Ten of Swords underneath that, because this was under the Ten of Wands, the conclusion that we come to is that, hey, one lose or draw, again, I tried. I'm saying this because having that Ten of Swords underneath the Magician is not, oh, we're manifesting the ending, we're bringing bad luck to this. It's a notion of, we have tried multiple times to get this right between us or get this right with whatever we're trying to pursue. We've done it. And we failed and we did it again and it didn't work out. Here, I'm actually okay with whatever happens. That is a level of coolness that isn't normally associated with Aries because, again, Aries is more known as like the fire starter, not just the stoker of the flames, right? Not just keeping it going in a passive motion, but actively igniting in the more direct manner. To Justice, the card of Libra, High Priestess. What I trust in, what I feel I know will be. Whatever is right will be right for me. To the Moon, card of Pisces, Three of Swords. And whatever I don't understand of heartbreak, I know that I gave of myself fully. I know I gave it rightfully. I know that I'm okay with me now. Okay? Let's go to resolution. Real cards of resolution within this read. Show us held in space of resolution upon the read today. Ooh. Nice. Not my back. Ow. Luckily, I'm tall and I have long arms. The Hierophant, card of Taurus. We're embracing this as our truth and our spiritual path. Whatever it's worth, I'm meant to go through with this. Does that mean I'm always gonna like it? We'll see. But regardless of what's going on here, I'm okay with it. Knight of Swords, and I intend to take action. There we go. I like that framework because it not just only indicates, hey, I feel for this. Is this reflected back? No, I'm here and I'm ready. What about you? Underneath it all, Ten of Pentacles, the foundation of the rest of life. I still think, again, this is why I'm still reading a duality here, Aries. One has to tie to, so let's talk about what we see on the board today, right? One notion ties to a creative endeavor that, hey, we're reigniting our flames, but we learn from our mistakes. We're trying to do it right. The second involves a reunion with somebody that we had an on again, off again, good, bad, kind of flippity floppity, emotionally tumultuous relationship with at times. And we finally came to a conclusion with myself, hey, this is what I want. I don't know necessarily what you want, and that is fair. And if we reunite and you say, like, tell me directly, I'm not picking up what you're putting down, then I'm okay with actually giving this up now. I can come to the conclusion within myself, hey, at least I tried. It was worth it to me, and that's all I gotta be okay with, even if you don't want to be on that journey with me anymore. So, summing up the read for today, Aries, we're okay. We're going to be okay. And that new beginning, the foundation of the rest of your life, you know that it's coming, particularly with this one individual that you put so highly and try to make it work. And sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. We're coming to a good conclusion here that there is a life to live. Either you're going to join me or you're not. And if you don't, that's okay. And if you do, that's even better. Let's try to find out what that means for ourselves, first and foremost, because at the end of the day, this is what matters to me. So that's why I see you in the read today, Aries. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, it was a long way to this conclusion, but I'm glad you were there to make it. Take care, okay? See ya.